US President Donald Trump floated new universal tariffs of 25% on autos, drugs and chips, saying that they could come as early as in April. With this proposal, Trump escalated his tariff rhetoric. In response, India has now called for a bilateral meeting with the US to discuss trade ties. Japan has raised auto tariffs concerns, with the US seeking concessions. In the next report, we look if Trump's tariff strategy has leverage to negotiating deals. Is it working? Take a look.
A day after reiterating reciprocal tariffs, Trump proposed new universal taxes on imports of autos, semiconductors and pharmaceutical drugs. April is fast becoming a starting point for these US tariffs to kick in. However, there is no clarity on the details of Trump's new proposal. India and Japan have rushed to negotiate trade ties before these taxes come into effect. Ahead of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's US visit, the country had lowered import duties on high-end motorbikes and bourbon whiskey from America. India's concessions so far to the US come even before the reciprocal tariffs. Trump has called India the tariff king, even as he acknowledged the recent cuts by the country. Citigroup research pegs India's losses from Trump's reciprocal taxes at $7 billion each year. Indian exporters of autos to agriculture are feeling anxious ahead of April, when these tariffs are expected to take effect. Citi analysts say the most vulnerable are chemicals, metal products and jewelry, followed by automobiles, pharmaceuticals and food products. Modi and Trump agreed to double India-US trade to $500 billion this decade and pledged to negotiate a deal soon. Citi estimates India charged US imports an average of 11%, around 8.2 percentage points higher than US tariffs on Indian exports. US manufacturing exports to India, valued at nearly $42 billion last year, faced significantly higher tariffs. This ranges from 7% on wood products and machinery to as much as 15 to 20% on footwear and transport equipment and nearly 68% on food items. A White House fact sheet highlighted India's high tariffs on US farm goods and motorbikes. India's agricultural and food exports would be among the most severely affected if the US were to implement reciprocal duties. While India prefers to use tariffs on imported goods to boost domestic manufacturers, Trump's zero-sum mentality stems from America's uneven trade math with both allies and foes. The US president has delayed tariffs on America's neighboring countries. However, he is still focused on bringing down the trade deficit significantly. The shock and awe strategy seems to bring mixed reactions. The European Union and China threatened tariffs on the US and warned Trump's protectionist trade war would lead to worldwide recessions. Economists have also warned of inflationary concerns from trade wars. Uncertainty around the impact has markets, businesses and countries anxious, with some already caving in from the pressure. Business Bureau, WION World is One.